What's up, guys? Back for another quick episode of
The Uncommon Man podcast. So on this segment right here, we're going to talk about Bills versus Titans. And honestly, dude, I am so pissed off by this. So
yeah, me
so I
too.
got to give y'all a rundown about this. So the Titans practice outside of the Titans facility at a local high school. And I guess they bypass COVID protocols on practicing. Whoever snitched on them should be castrated in front of everybody because, dude, come on, man. Where are we living in that somebody snitched on the Titans, turned them into the NFL, and now did the whole thing just got blown up? What it sounds like to me is the Titans are trying to win. The Titans like, fuck y'all, we're practicing. Hey, everybody grab your shit. Let's go to local high school and let's practice without all this COVID protocol bullshit. Like, hey, let's get out there on grass. Let's throw the ball around. Let's get timing routes down. And somebody dimed them out. That pisses me off, like really. Like, side note, like I am pissed that somebody snitched on the Titans. And the Titans are not even my team. I can give two shits about the Titans. But I like the hustle. Let's be honest here. I like the hustle. The Titans said, fuck that. Hey, we're gonna go practice and get better. And somebody downed them out.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough scenario. Although I'm going to go ahead and play devil's advocate. I'm more upset on behalf of the Steelers, dude. So Mike Tomlin, God bless his soul, dude. He handled that like a consummate professional. They ended up having to eat their bye week in week 4. Ladies and gentlemen, that is eternity left in the season.
Oh, yeah.
And they ended up having to eat a bye week for week 4 just to cater to these jackoffs. So now Titans are going into week 2 with this COVID protocol, and the game got pushed with the Bills for tomorrow, which as of right now will be, this is Monday the 12th, so that'll be Tuesday the 13th. I still think it's ridiculous. I'm on board for the fact I think the Titans should have had to forfeit that game. I just due to the nature of how much it shafted the Steelers, I think that the civil thing to do would have been like, hey, you know what? We'll just have to eat an L for that one, and that is what it is. But tentatively they've moved their game now, so we've got the Bills tomorrow against the Titans. Which what a goofball schedule this has turned out to be.
Absolutely. So if you watch our last video, Mike went kind of through a whole rearranged scenario. And this is probably a fluid situation. So everybody be looking out for different changes to be made. I have a feeling that this is not the last time that, a change in the schedule will be made to kind of switch things around here and there, especially if more of this stuff comes about. More cases start to come out and different things like that, you'll see games get switched around real quick.
Yeah, and the reports right now are for the last 2 days, the Titans facility has had 0 cases or outbreaks of COVID. So that means that we're still on for tomorrow with Buffalo, but the Pittsburgh game got pushed back to October 25th, so that'll be week 7 for them. The next – I'm not going to lie to you. I'm sitting here looking at the Titans schedule. They should pretty much be able to run the table against most of these teams. I don't know how Houston's going to end up turning out. That was wild the other day. So, they really turned on the Jets, especially they seem to rally around oh, God, why can't I think of his name?
Sean Watson?
No, not Watson. Who's the head coach? Used to be a head coach of the Chiefs. He's a defensive coordinator.
Romeo Crennel.
Crennel, thank you. Yeah, Crennel.
Yeah. Crennel's been around for a long, long time. He's highly respected in the NFL. He's a highly respected defensive coordinator. Yeah. He's been interim before. I can't remember for what team, but,
Well, he was the coach of the Chiefs.
Yeah, he was the coach of the Chiefs. But, he's been there. He's done that. He's a real likable guy from what I've heard. Like I said, he's been in the NFL for decades now. So kudos to him. Hey, this is good for Deshaun Watson in the Houston Texans because Billy O'Stooge, fuck that guy. That dude should never run his own team, let alone run the organization as a GM. No, cut that shit out.
Right. And I'm a closet. So I've already gone on the record of saying that I think Deshaun Watson is a better quarterback than Mahomes. Yeah, I'm going to get barbecued for it. Hear me out. I'll just go ahead and re-stress it. One, I'm a closet Texans fan. I live here in Houston. I've always liked the Texans ever since they became an expansion team. They just always seem to catch a bad rap. But Deshaun Watson, with the lack of ability talent that he's had around him, especially when it comes to an offensive line, when it comes to defensive depth for getting him the ball back, when it comes to wide receiver depth, his running backs. I mean, the guy has had nothing as opposed to what Mahomes has with Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, McCole Hardman, Sammy Watkins. The offensive line was top 3 last year for the second half of the season. Deshaun Watson's had none of the above, and the only lockdown receiver that he had, Billy O'Stooge, traded away to the Cardinals for basically peanuts. So when you look at what that guy does on a football field, especially and also reverting back to his days at Clemson, I think if you put a roster around Deshaun Watson, the Houston Texans could be Super Bowl bound every single season.
Hey, to some degree, I can't disagree with that. The only thing, will it ever happen? Who knows? I do agree with the, sentiment that if he had some of the same weapons and if he even had a halfway decent offensive line, what could Deshaun Watson be? Because I feel bad watching him. I mean, just when he hikes the ball, the dude scrambles because he can't sit back in the pocket. He can't set up. He's just on the run. I feel bad for him, but hopefully Romeo Crennel, hopefully he can come in, kind of, change the culture around, because with Billy O'Stooge being in there for as long as he has, I mean, that dude, he probably ran a lot of people off. He probably rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So hopefully some good coaching and somebody who actually gives a fuck and not just a authoritarian figure. Hopefully he can just change that organization around.
Right. So as for the Titans finishing out their season, you guys are still pretty stable, pretty much playoff bound, as long as you guys can get your crap together and you don't have to worry about doing any more dumb stuff with the COVID thing. The Steelers, man, I hope you guys bounce back. That's a rough one. Hey, I don't know what else to say. I feel bad for Steelers fans. Good luck to you guys the rest of the season. So, all right. Well, that pretty much sums up this segment.
Y'all be on the lookout for another one later.
Oh, yeah, don't forget, like and subscribe right down there. If you guys disagree with us especially about the Watson versus Mahomes, make sure you let me know about it, because
we want to hear this shit.
I would love to hear about it. Put that right in the comment section down below. All right, you guys have a great one. We'll catch you on the next episode.